nurse look at me and go, if you don't want to look, you don't have to. I'm like, who cares?
It makes sense
Shoot
for a
off,
horror
baby.
film, but I just watched all 15 seasons of ER, and I think several times every episode a needle goes into the arm. And ER isn't a program that's designed to make people go, oh my god, what's going on? It's a character drama.
But that intensifies it, I think. It's the same thing with House. I've been more unnerved by some of the actual doctor and surgery type scenes in House than I have been in multiple horror and scary movies. That's more of a gross to me rather than, perhaps because of the realisticness of it. In this, we are not sitting here living on suspension of disbelief. We're just going, it's funny.
Well, and it's going to be, I don't think a needle going into the arm is going to top an arm being bitten off just seconds before. So this is going to up anything. So it cuts down on the production cost to have the needle already glued into the crook of the elbow. So you don't need to have that little insert shot of it being inserted. But either way, I'm grateful that we haven't got to have that. We can it just happens.
It does freak people out though. I was Courtney Love for Halloween one year, and I had a needle in my arm. There's blood everywhere. I have been some scary things for Halloween. I have never had so many people freak out at a party before. I had someone who left the party because I wouldn't take it off, which I wouldn't take it off because they were complaining. It was actually really annoying, but I had to be 12, so.
I love it. Wait, can I ask y'all a question too? And then one more question. Whose belt was that? I just thought
Russell's.
About this. It's Russell's belt?
Yeah, it's a very nice belt.
Yeah. It was, and he was the one I think it was putting the tourniquet on, but I didn't see who took it off either. I assumed it was his, but I
think so. I think he takes off in a very, well, it's supposed to be a very smooth movement, but I think he just happened to have it to hand rather than actually take it off as part of the filming.
Well, and him to get the first aid kit and to take the belt off and apply the tourniquet, he's been in these situations before, the avalanche that went bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for him to actually, be there and be this calm and taking control of the situation without freaking out about it like Scoggins makes sense.
We'll have to keep an eye out in future scenes if he's wearing a belt, because if he's not, then they've taken off Jim's belt whilst he's on the gurney to put on his own arm. And that just seems mean.
That's a hell of a sacrifice, too, because his pants didn't fall off. They could have been falling down. There could have been sagging issues. I mean, there could have been tons of problems with him having to sacrifice losing his belt, especially with all the water.
Did y'all see Russell taking a bite of part of Jim's arm during this scene?
He's not a Wendigo. Stop it.
Have you seen the movie Ravenous?
Yes.
Yeah. I like to assume that he ate people in that accident, and now he's a Wendigo, and he just eats people.
I'm not on board with this theory. I've followed Mark down a lot of paths. I'm not going down this one.
Can we do just something real quick for the Deep Blue Sea Facebook page and Movie Films with Flicks Facebook page, a poll to kind of promote this?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to have you two compete.
Okay.
So Jay versus Heather. I want you guys to compete in a draft where you pick like movies that feature scenes of limb loss, and then we'll do a draft in honor of this.
Okay. Well, Heather, as the guest, you can go first.
And then I will put this up on the pages, and you can vote on them the day after this ep comes out.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm thinking of is Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back.
All right. Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back.
I'm going to go with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the Black Knight fight. He loses both arms.
Good.
Both arms go.
Oh, I've got another Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson, Arnold's arm in Jurassic Park.
No, that was saving.
There it is.
No, I thought that would be
Mr. Arnold, I think we're back in business.
Damn it, that was mine. I'll take Evil Dead 2 then. I'll try and mop up some horror fans with the chainsaw arm. Groovy.
All right, so we have Luke Skywalker in Jurassic Park versus Black Knight and Evil Dead 2. We have 3 more picks each.
Kill Bill, there's so many good moments of limb sheddage in it.
Oh, so much. I love it.
Just joy. I'm going to keep this one. They belong to me.
I've got an odd one. Toy Story. Buzz loses his arm when he falls off the stairs, and it's just lying next to him. And
that's such a sad moment.
Yeah, he realizes he's a toy. He's not a space ranger. He's just a toy, not even a flying toy.
Oh,
that's when he breaks down. He misses Nesbit. I'm Mrs. Nesbit.
All right. Let's see. Heather, you're up. You got your 4th pick.
All right, Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shooting the gun after it's already gone.
Beautiful.
So Heather's got Empire. I think I'll take Star Wars, the first one then. Ponta Baba in the bar when Obi-Wan cuts his arm off. Yeah.
That dude's just hanging out in a bar, and then he loses his arm.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't hang out in the bar.
Yeah.
In that hype of scum and villainy, everyone just kind of ignores it. There's a pause, and then back to drinking. So it happens every day.
Look how much sand there is there, though. I mean, I'm sure everywhere. Violence is regular. Everyone's very upset. There's so much sand. It gets in everything.
He's not lying, though.
Yeah.
Sand, you will find sand everywhere.
It is awful. It is a terrible blight upon anyone who lives near a beach.
All right, last pick.
All right, I'm going to stick with the one I came up with earlier and go with Lurtz and Fellowship of the Rings.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is a great moment.
Then okay. I will take my last pick. I'll take Deadpool. Because he loses the arm and he grows back a little baby arm.
That was so fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
I want to do that. I would lose my limbs all the time if they would grow back. It would be so much fun. Having little baby limbs freak people out.
That would be the fun, wouldn't it? Freaking other people out.
I know
It'd be worth any pain.
I hate when people say, this is what I would add, but I wouldn't add these to my teams. Actually, I wouldn't do it, but I love in Crawl when B-Pep loses an arm. I don't know if y'all have seen Crawl.
Yeah, I just saw it recently.
I love when B-Pep. And then Hot Tub Time Machine, where there's an entire subplot about Crispin Glover losing an arm. Yeah, so he's on an elevator, and he almost gets whacked off, and then he's holding everybody with just one arm, and they're like, is this when it happens? And then his arm gets cut off at the very end. I love subplots.
I want to switch out my Deadpool pick for Crawl.
Oh.
I want to do that.
Are we allowing that, Heather?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Crawl's awesome.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It was one of the best films of last year.
What else haven't we tackled from this
I think
section?
we've got pretty much everything. We were on the elevator in a previous scene, so it's nice to go back to the dodecagon that is the elevator. But yeah, I think we've got it all. Anything you wanted to talk about, Heather?
I mean, I think we pretty much got it. We had Thomas Jane as a rocket. we had the laughing and chuckling Mama Shark. We have the sociopath. I mean, we pretty much broken this down. I didn't know about Jim's shirt, which I'm going to have to look at now.
I can't find it online anywhere. I can't find it for sale. In a previous chapter, Richard found where to get Russell's sweater. I need to find out where to find Jim's shirt.
I also liked Russell's glasses. I would wear those glasses. They were bad. They were sweet.
Yeah.
I want that suit. I just want to look like a rocket ship when I'm swimming.
Just dye your hair yellow, let it get a little long, tattoo some flames on your arms.
Whoa.
You're there. Yeah, all these guys with barbed wire, they've got nothing on you.
I'm going to do it.
It's all about flames.
I'm doing it. You've convinced me. I love it.
I'm pretty compelled to do so myself. I was going to shave my head earlier this year. I might dye my hair yellow. It's quite long.
People are going to see me and be like, are you all right?
I just started a podcast. It's fine.
You got fire on you.
It's fine. I'm just fast.
You can't see me. I'm gone. Watch me slide.
Flash Gordon theme song plays everywhere I go.
Start making your own sound effects. That's how you enter a room from now on.
I'm going to wear plaid clothes that look like fire.
Yes. And hey, if you're getting up from a seat, do not just stand. Start counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off! And then run out of the room.
And I'll have my wife make those sound effects.
Yes.
Yep.
Knock something over.
Oh, I love it.
The plan. It'll be successful. I think we could actually start this as a movement.
Speed club.
Forget about furries. They're old school. This is the new thing.
Yeah. One time, my wife and I were waiting to do this dinner where you go to the top of this building and you spin around and you have a great view of the Atlanta skyline. And while we were waiting, there was a furry convention. And I had managed comic conventions for years, but I never came across furries, and we had no idea what they were. So we started researching the furries, and we're very naive about that world when we were researching it. Like, what do these guys do? This looks nice.
If someone dressed up as a shark, would they still technically be a furry?
Sharkies.
Yeah.
And George.
Yeah. They're part of the amphibious assault clan.
The AAC.
They're all from Aquatica.
Yeah. Oh, the Aquatica convention.
Well, I think that's a good sign to end the show. We're talking about furries. Shark-based furries. The AAC. Good. So, Heather, where can people find more of you online?
You can find me at headertime.com. And, Jay, I'm not even fibbing this time. The MILFcast is back.
I know. I've listened to it. I plugged it on the Lambcast this week.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so funny, too, because the last time we did a show together, I said, okay, I'm giving up. We're done. We've retired.
Again.
It's not going to happen. And then the next week, Kai's like, we're going to get this back together. Let's get the band back together. I said, okay.
And
So
a delightful listen it was, too. It was, as soon as the theme tune started playing on my iPod, it was like, it's been so long. But you have one of the best theme songs in podcasts, I think. And it just felt so reassuring. It was like coming home, listening to you guys again. So, thank you for coming back.
Thank you. We'll have a normal show probably next month. DJ's recording with us, I think, next weekend.
Excellent. DJ is a future guest we have lined up for a very pivotal scene in a few months' time that we're all looking forward to.
Hate me.
Yes, excellent. So you got Head of Time MILFcast. Excellent. You can follow the podcast, Deep Blue Sea Podcast, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's at Deep Blue Sea Pod and all of those. And you can email us on deepblueseapod@gmail.com. And you can find more of me at Life vs. Film on Twitter. Listen to the Lambcast, which is my other podcast that I host. We just done a Lampardy episode, our Jeopardy-inspired movie trivia game. And there's the Large Association of Movie Blogs, the Lamb. Find us at largeassmovieblogs.com. If you have a movie blog or a podcast, come join us. We want to have you. What about you, Mark?
Let's see. You can go to Movies, Films, and Flicks, so Movies, Films, and FLIX. Read the movie reviews and dumb data and all that kind of stuff. Then the Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast. You can find that wherever. I also write for Rotten Tomatoes. When you're listening to this, I got a cool article about Paul W.S. Anderson's career, 25 years from the Mortal Kombat until now. So, like, I did a 25th anniversary Mortal Kombat piece, and I wrote about Paul Anderson's career, so you can read that at Rotten Tomatoes. Also watch the Versus videos on the Rotten Tomatoes YouTube page. I started writing videos for the Film Theorists, so go to their YouTube page and you can check out some film theory. I have probably a couple episodes up there by now. And that's about it. Yeah, I'm also on the MILFcast. I've been on it since when? Since when did you start?
I think it was 10 years ago.
Yep, so I've been there 10 years, 100 episodes. It's great.
Yep. We just did our 10-year anniversary. He was on. He was the one in the background making weird noises.
Just making the fart noises all the way through it. Yeah.
Just crying.
Yes. We were really, really sad that we hadn't had anyone crying or making weird noises in like a year. That's why we brought it back, actually, just for you. Actually, all it was the sound of flames.
Yep.
So what's that?
My favorite character is Johnny Blaze from the
Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, that will do it for Deep Blue Sea.
Drew Barrymore from Firestarter.
Okay.
The Flash. Doesn't he start fire?
I would say the Human Torch should probably be the better one.
Yeah.
But, good. Okay. Johnny Storm. There. Good. So that'll do it for Deep Blue Sea Podcast this week. Next week, we're going to continue Jim's journey from the elevator to the helicopter and beyond. But we'll see you next week. Come back then. And see you later.
Bye.
It's a really weak ending to the show. Just going to
Bye.
peter it out a little bit.
That was enough. We were faking it the whole time.